3 trips to the National Finals Rodeo under his belt. Here comes Jack. Oh, nice swoop!
It's a sport that I love. Have all grown up loving it, and you miss it. Your camaraderie with fellow contestants.
Yes!
And then when I started judging, I didn't even think I'd like to. I didn't ever want to do it. I didn't really like judges when I was riding, but I tried it, and I kind of had a knack for it because I had refereed just a little bit of basketball, and I kind of liked that. You have to have the right demeanor for it because it's something, if you're a hothead, you can't really be a official. You can't take things personally when they're criticizing you. You just have to explain your views and your opinions, and that's what they hire you for, is your opinion of how a horse bucks and your opinion and your knowledge of how the guy rides. My name is Mike Todd, and I'm a PRCA pro official, and that's Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association. I've been doing this for about 21 years. I rode bareback horses and bulls. I'm kind of tall for the sport actually, but there's a lot of guys that are tall as I am now that are riding really, really well. I didn't ever do it really full time because I always had too good of a job to quit and just rodeo full time. Well, I had a friend of mine, Monty Elms and Cliff Overstreet, and they kind of talked me into trying it. And I did a couple of college rodeos, which I think are great training ground for anybody that wants to officiate. You don't want to start off at this level. It'd be like learning the sport of basketball and going refereeing an NBA game. You're not going to do well. So they got me started in it, and I found out I kind of had a knack for it, and I, because of the love of the sport, it got me back into the sport. Here I'm judging the bareback riding and the saddle bronc riding. In the horse riding, if you miss the horse, you miss the whole thing. So you have to get the horse right and the ride correct. So you're watching two things at one time, and you can't be thinking of the criteria. You have to recognize it instantly. And so that's what you have to do, is familiarize yourself and know those criteria. When a horse has a lot of drop, power, speed, change, if he has change of direction, front end movement, those are things that you instantly recognize, and you come up with numbers in your head, and then how well that contestant, his spurring ability in accordance to that rhythm and bucking effort to that horse. So you're watching that at the same time, and if he exerts it really well and exhibits really well, then you reward him over the horse most of the time.
João Vieira, 85, Trey Benton III, he's won this rodeo multiple times, 88. Then you come in here on a 92 and a half. Explain that to me, my man.
It's a feeling I really can't explain, I guess.
The bull that there were 92 on had a greater degree of difficulty than every animal underneath him that's been scored underneath him. And the guy, the cowboy, I believe that they gave him an extra point or two above the bull because he handled that degree of difficulty that bull was exerting so well that you have to reward him for doing such a good job. You just have to be ready in your mind to mark guys accordingly and not just reward a guy for who he is. He's still, in this sport, just because you have a name, that doesn't necessarily mean you win today just because of who you are. You have to earn it every time you nod your head. You have to earn what you get, and that's what's unique about this sport. I have a lot of friends, contestants that are friends and things, but they get mad at you too when you, say in the team roping, you flag them out for a crossfire, which is a disqualification, and they didn't think they did. That just goes with the territory, because it's like officiating basketball, and no matter what call you make, this half's booing you, this half's cheering you. You go to the other end, you make another call, now they're booing you and they're cheering you. So you just have to go with what your intuition and your knowledge, and use your knowledge that's in our rule book, and use it to the best of your ability and what you see. So